So I think they do have a desire to enlighten the Fourth Circuit and make it better, and it looks like law enforcement, Mr. Prosecutor, is not one of their high priorities in this deal. With regard to blue slips, the rule still applies on district judges that home state senators do have the ability to object and effectively block a nominee if they think they're unfit, but it's not a pleasant thing to do. Nobody likes to do that, and sometimes the administration will talk with senators in advance about what they're considering. Sometimes they really don't. Brian, where's Brian? Is he here? Speak up. Has there been any change, are you aware of, with regard to the blue slip on the circuit nominees where you got multiple states involved? And has Leahy announced anything?
He has not announced anything, and to my knowledge, he has respected the process so that it's proceeded in particular state. He has waited for the blue slip.
He was just saying he thinks that he has respected that process since he's been on the other side a number of times, and we all have. Anything else? We'll be wrestling with the question. A lot of us have resisted filibusters of judges, thinking it's not a good thing. Justice Thomas was confirmed 52-48, for example, and the Democrats didn't filibuster then. We never filibustered during the Clinton years. Holes held nominees up, but when cases, judges were called up, for example, I would vote for cloture to move to the nominee if the leader brought it up, and then we'd vote against the nominee. That was the pattern, and the Democrats railed against Republicans, accusing them of the whole process that slowed nominees down and allowed time to debate and that kind of thing, that they were filibustering. But if you remember in 2000, y'all all need to know this, sophisticated crowd, just some of you know and need to be reminded, they had Democrats had a conference after Bush got elected. So no longer would Clinton be nominating, Bush would be nominating. So they met with Lawrence Tribe and Marsha Greensberger and Cass Sunstein, and they made a proposal to change the ground rules. And within months, Jim Jeffords switched parties, and they had the majority. And they didn't move nominees in committee. The first 8 nominees, Bush, or 8 or 10 he put up, 2 were Democrats, and 1 was a renomination. They promptly confirmed them and blocked all the rest of them. Years went by. One of the seats was the Fourth Circuit seat that they just filled. It was 9 years vacant. And they filibustered systematically, never once blushed. You know, just months before they were attacking Republicans for filibustering, then they were leading filibusters. And so that went on, and we had these fabulous nominees that were being blocked. And Bill Frist worked and worked and worked, and for 2 years we finally got the American people engaged. The pressure started building. People like Priscilla Owen or Bill Pryor and all those fabulous nominees that were being blocked, Janice Rogers Brown, and they finally broke. The way it happened was the Gang of 14, and they said, well, you shouldn't filibuster except in extraordinary cases. And so we got about 5 or 6 of that group through, of the 8 or 10 that were being blocked. And so I'm kind of the view that I guess that's the new rule. Normally we don't filibuster, but if the extraordinary circumstances exist, I suspect that's where we're going to come out. We just have to live with how the Senate operates. You don't want to unilaterally disarm. But that's kind of some of the thinking that we're wrestling with in the Senate today about how to make sure that the process works in its historic way. Leonard, good to be with you. Thanks to all of you for what you do. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Good. Thank you.
Senator, I want to thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule to be with us, and we wish you well as your body engages in some very important debates, and we do hope that you will take time as a body to talk about to think about the constitutional issues relating to a number of the initiatives that will be discussed throughout the several days of our conference. So we're going to go right into the next panel, and so if the panelists can please begin to come up to the dais. And Senator, good to see you, and we'll look forward to seeing you hopefully tonight or during some other time during the conference. Thank you.